Step outside.
So we're very grateful to have Brenda and Chris, two of the most amazing ASL interpreters on planet Earth, just for Chris. So Chris, C-R-Y-S, your interpreter is Chris, C-R-E-S. So we want to start off by acknowledging the caretakers of the lands we are currently residing on here in Santa Fe. There's 19 pueblos around us. There was many more before, but there are 19 that have survived and are very perpetual, have been here for thousands and thousands of years. We like to acknowledge the ancestors, the spirits, and protection for all of us around here, and all of you beaming in from where you're coming from, what land of Mother Earth you're sitting on. We'd like to acknowledge the ancestors from the lands you're sitting on and the caretakers of the land that will leave a nice footprint when we go into the spirit world and saving this planet for our future generations. We would also like to acknowledge the bridging of cultures globally and exchanging different ideas and crafts and songs, and people to all come together globally. And of course, we are very grateful to our ASL interpreters that make that mission that is central to our nonprofit possible by having top quality, culturally sensitive, amazing, skillful interpreters that take our music and our poetry to a new dimension, in 3-dimension, on 2-dimension screen. Yes! And we want to thank everybody that has reached out to us via email, text, chat, and we have our June calendar posted finally. We've got everybody booked in for June. We've got interpreters all set up, and we've also gone to another platform, 2 platforms. We're now able to have people, our Facebook friends, and those of you that want your Facebook people on, you can live stream these events as well. And these events get archived and put into YouTube. So we're able to promote our artists on YouTube as well. Getting more gigs is the way to go right now. It's all virtual. So let's see how long this goes. But this is starting to be the way we're going to have to just deal with. So who knows how long that's going to happen. So very shortly, I'm just going to try to give 30 seconds more of my voice just to say how amazing Chris Matthews is. We have loved her from day one. And I feel like I'd like to say some words. I'm going to pass it on to Elena.
Thanks, Tash. Really grateful that everyone is here on our Zoom site and also on our social media pages. You know, it's been an extraordinary week with a lot of things that have been going on, particularly on Monday out there in Minneapolis, something that we can't go past. So just want to hold George Floyd's family in our thoughts and our prayers, and also something that's been going on for centuries. I was talking to a friend today, and she said the COVID is like truth serum. And what is meaning by truth serum is things that have been happening forever is starting to really come to the surface. You know, whether that be 500 years of stolen lands, whether that be hundreds of years of enslavement. And the list goes on and on. And we are all products and generations of institutions, you know, on these ideals. And this whole thing with COVID is we have this extraordinary opportunity to whether keep doing the same, and as people say, go back to norm, whatever norm was, or to be the change. Now, we were very blessed in meeting this extraordinary woman that we know of, Chris Matthews, about 6 or 7 years ago at the Virginia Women's Music Festival, also known as Camp Out. So I want to give a shout out to Deb and also Billy Hall and all the team out there. They brought this amazing woman in, and I remember her being on the stage, beautiful guitar upside down playing, and I thought, hey, cool,
like
look
her.
at her.
She plays the
Look
same
at this
way.
woman. And then she sang, and it was like a needle dropping. You could hear it, and her music is just so prolific, absolutely prolific. And so, as Tash said earlier, we have been begging pleading with Chris for a long time. Every time we see her, it's actually Memorial Weekend. We see her and we say, Chris, are you going to be on the road and coming through New Mexico? Because we really want to host you with all the stuff that we're doing. And so, you know, with all this happen, it was like, hey, Tash, now's our opportunity to get Chris. And it really what we wanted was just for you, if you have not heard or seen this extraordinary woman, I'm going to tell you, man, buckle up. She sings to the heart of matters, you know, and as we said before, and Tash said before, her words are prolific. She has a heart bigger than the universe. It comes through in her strings as she plays the guitar. It comes through in her voice. She has also got together with this another amazing artist, Heather May, and they've been doing this beautiful apart together community building. That's another reason why we love Chris and love Heather. And she'll probably talk about that, but if you go into the chat box, you'll also see those links to the Facebook pages and also Chris's website. But I don't want to take up too much time, but all I can say is, man, buckle up. Everyone, let's give it up for the one and only Chris Matthews.
Yes. Give it up, Chris.
There we go. All right, great. Well, thank you all so much for being here, and Tasha and Elena, thank you so much for all those kind words. Gosh. All right, I think I'm gonna jump right in with this song. It feels very fitting with the week that we are having. And this song is called We Must Be Free. And this is based off of an old freedom song written by a woman named Roberta Slavitt. And the first time I heard this song, it felt like it was contemporary, written for the moment. But it's over half a century old, which does not speak terribly well of our progress. But then again, we keep getting reminded of that, don't we? They say that freedom is a constant struggle. They say that freedom is a constant struggle. They say that freedom is a constant struggle. Oh Lord, we've struggled so long, we must be free. We must be free. Black lives matter, oh yes they do. And yes, of course, all lives do too. But they don't see me the way they see you. You reach for your ID, they smile. I reach for mine, they shoot. They say that freedom is a constant crying. They say that freedom is a constant crying. They say that freedom is a constant crying. Oh Lord, we've cried so long, we must be free, we must be free. Black lives matter, why can't you see? What makes you less afraid of them than you are of us, than you are of me? Protect and serve us, not kill and hurt us. Oh Lord, how many black lives will it take before that thin blue line turns purple? They say that freedom is a constant sorrow. They say that freedom is a constant sorrow. They say that freedom is a constant sorrow. Oh Lord, we've sorrowed so long, we must be free, we must be free. Black lives matter, both young and old. So many names on my heart, and yet so many stories left untold. When will it end, Lord? When will it end? Tell me, why does it feel like it's 1968 all over again? They say that freedom is a constant moaning. They say that freedom is a constant moaning. They say that freedom is a constant moaning. Oh Lord, we moan so long. We must be free. We must be free. Turn away. Oh, rise up, call out injustice, say their names. I'm no safer, no, not at all. It could just as well be my name as the next one on the wall. They say that freedom is a constant dying. They say that freedom is a constant dying. They say that freedom is a constant dying. Oh Lord, Lord, we've died so long. We must be free.
Wow.
Thank you, Chris.
Ah.
Thanks so much. If you are on Facebook, I have a side project that I started the week that we lost both Alton Sterling and Philando Castile, like back to back to back, called the Don't Forget My Name Project. So check that out. We have so much work to do. Please, if you are an ally, please be an extra good ally right now. We need your voices raised so much. But times like this also are good for reminding us of the community, of our unity, of our collective commitment to justice, some of us. And so I'm going to sing a song for you now that I think is a good reminder of that, because I still very much believe in the overall goodness of this country and of my fellow citizens. So I'm going to sing a song for you now called Exactly Where You Are. I've traveled all across this land, up the Gold Coast and back home again. Found common ground around every bend, and far fewer strangers than I found friends. A little princess drawing at breakfast with wonder in her eyes. An immigrant on the phone with her abuela saying goodbye. Planes and trains and buses too. No us and them, just me and you. With a story yet to tell, a hidden gem buried deep within the depths. Farewell, hello. How's it going? How's your journey been so far? It's nice to meet you, nice to meet you. Exactly where you are. I've been from sea to shining sea, from Mendocino to Carolina. But I found town after town is folks getting right back up when life knocks them down. A sweet widow brat, a rambling man with his whole life packed upon his tired back. Planes and trains and buses too. No us and them, just me and you. Every person's like a book with a story yet to tell, a hidden gem buried deep in the depths. Farewell, hello, how's it going?
going? How's your journey been so far? It's nice to meet you, nice to meet you, exactly where you are. As I've journeyed far and wide, I've tried to reach out across the great divide, across those knowns and those unknowns that keep us in opposing corners so alone. This or that, insert whatever social construct that you like. I hope all our better angels, planes and trains and buses too know us and them, just me and you, just me and you, just me and you, yeah, just me and you, yeah. And every person's like a book with a story yet to tell, a hidden gem buried deep in the depths of their well. Hello, how's it going? How's your journey been so far? It's nice to meet you, nice to meet you, exactly, exactly, exactly where you are.
Yeah.
Thanks so
Right
much.
on, Chris. Beautiful.
Thanks so much, everybody. Yeah, there's so much more that unites us than pulls us apart. We just have to keep on reminding ourselves and each other of that. I'm going to do a little song for you now that's a hidden track actually off of my album, Izzle Ballads Volume 2. I have 8 albums. If anybody is interested in getting some music, you can just go to chrismatthews.com, or you can find me almost every place that you buy music. It's just CRYS and 2 T's and Matthews. It's so nice to have another uniquely spelled Chris in the mix tonight. I'm loving that so much. This song is called Warriors and Worriers. And it's such a subtle distinction between those two words, but they have such a tremendous impact when it comes to kids and what it is we leave them. Yeah. And there's a little nod to some folk greats. I'm much more of a folk Americana singer, I think, more than just about anything else. So this is a little nod to some awesome folk singer-songwriters you'll recognize.
Mother taught her how to be a warrior. Her father taught her how to be a worrier instead. And she loved them to the moon and back. She looked to them to learn how to act. She was daddy's girl and mama's world. She held on to every word they said. The little girl grew up to walk alone her mother's path, but daddy's words of caution sometimes held her back. And all that time spent worrying was wearing mama's patience. Then she said, warriors aren't scared of heights. Spread your wings, my love, it's time to fly. Children well. That song gets a little truer day by day. When you're looking back at all the hearts and minds you've touched along the way, remember that children listen. It matters how you say the things you say. Father watched her grow into her own skin. in spite of all the things she learned from watching him. And he loved her more than anything, and trying to shield her from suffering, he was teaching her what he'd been taught, that life can break your wings and break your heart. Her father taught her how to be a worrier. Her mother taught her how to be a warrior instead. And when they died, she thought back on how Mama taught her to be so strong. She said, when you've got children of your own, promise me you'll always sing this song. Teach your children well. That song gets a little truer day by day, when you're looking back at all the hearts and minds you've touched along the way. Remember that, children, listen. It matters how you say the things you say. It matters how you say the things you say. It matters how you say the things you say.
Beautiful, Chris. Thank you.
Thanks so very much. So I'm going to sing one for you now that's actually unreleased. I'd hoped to release a brand new album this year to kind of prepare everybody, to kind of rally the troops and steel everyone to get ready for the election. I wanted to release this album called Changemakers. But as we see, the universe has her own plan for how this year is going to go. So I'm just going to roll right along with it. And just keep on singing these songs until I'm able to get to the studio and get them recorded. So in the meantime, you get to enjoy them this way. And so this is a song called Signs of the Times. And the first verse of the song was written for the survivors of the Parkland shooting, who took that tragedy and hit the streets and created the March for Our Lives to try to do everything that they could to make sure that nobody else had to go through what they went through. And for the extraordinary group of young people who were tired of seeing what we saw this week with George Floyd and created the Black Lives Matter movement, there's a great deal of intersectionality between those two causes. And so this song is for all of those extraordinary young people and the work that they are doing to try to make the world a better place for us, for them, and for everybody who comes after them. This is Signs of the Times.
Thurston was not the first one, not the last. Columbine, Virginia Tech, and Newtown came to pass. Then Umpqua and Marshall County High. But Marjorie Stoneman Douglas said enough, we shouldn't have to die. Kids are marching for their lives, while Congress gets their coffers filled and all their pockets line. The kids act like grown-ups, while the grown-ups act like children. Oh, I can feel that change coming as they cry never again. So I'll keep singing, I'll keep marching, I'll keep trying, until the day that there are fewer of us die. I will not hold my tongue for all the thoughts inside my head. I think I'll keep on holding up these protest signs instead. Stefan was not the first one, he won't be the last. Walter Scott and Oscar Grant were killed long before that. Philando and Sweet Ricky too. It's for them that disrespect our troops. And so they're marching for black lives, 'cause they still don't seem to matter, be you adult or a child. It's not anti-police, it's anti-police brutality. I can feel that change coming as they cry, no justice, no peace. So I'll keep singing, I'll keep marching, I'll keep trying, until the day that there are fewer of us die. I will not hold my tongue for all the thoughts sitting up these protest signs. Instead, immigrants and dreamers marching hand in hand with teachers, women in pink hats taking the government to task. Oh, these are the signs of the times we're living in. Persist, and in the end, love always wins. Love always wins. So let's keep singing, let's keep marching, let's keep trying, until the day that there are fewer of us die. Do not hold your tongue for all the thoughts inside your head. Keep lifting other people up. Keep marching, lift your voices up as signs. Instead,
Thank you so much.
Camp Out's here. Camp Out's here.
Hey, all right. Hello, Camp Out fam. So lovely to have you here. Thanks so much, everybody. Yeah, don't forget, just because we're in the middle of a pandemic, it does not mean our democracy gets the year off. So do what you have to make sure your voice is heard this year. I've made sure to take all of my steps as a DC resident to get my mail-in ballot, so I can keep it Rona-free and also exercise my right. I hope you'll do the same, whatever the restrictions and circumstances and qualifications are for your jurisdiction. So I'm going to do a song for you off of my newest album, which just came out National Coming Out Day of 2019 last year. And I chose that date for a couple of reasons, but specifically because this project is so very different than all of the other 7. So I mostly have kind of like this extreme of sweet love songs and live songs and then social justice music. And this particular project was kind of neither of those things. This was almost a breakup album of sorts, which one of my sweet friends said I shouldn't call it that because the songs are so lovely. They don't really feel like breakup songs, which is nice. So this is the title track for my breakup album. This is called These Old Hands.
As I sat beneath a willow tree in Durham Park, I wondered how I'd ever pick back up where you left off. Yeah, I know if I break up notch on this old love-worn belt, I know it just ain't too, but it's the worst I've ever felt. Must be 10,000 miles between here and forgiveness, but I'm sinking, I'm so tired, so I walk 2 miles and rest. I know you'll wake up one day wishing for these old hands. Don't come around this time next year looking for your second chance. And I don't want what you don't want to give, that's not the way it works. But I'm no more broken now than I was then. Well, I've come through worse. Still I can't think about the future. Day to day is so hard, but don't you worry about this. this broken heart. Well, honey, I guess I realize this is goodbye, but please don't read between the lines if you don't see me cry. Oh, I barely have the strength to back up one more time, and I mean it when I tell you that this time is the last time. I know you'll miss these hands and what these old hands can do, but maybe they'll hold my timber, since they won't be holding you. I think love's a two-way mirror, or something kinda like that. Can't see you, but I swear I feel you on the other side, loving back. And I don't want what you don't want to give, that's not the way it works. But I'm no more broken now than I was then, but I'll come through worse. Still I can't think about the future, day to day is so hard, but don't you worry none about this broken heart. And I said, oh no, well how did I end up back here? It must be 10,000 miles between here and forgiveness, but I'm sinking, I'm so tired, so I walk 2 miles and rest. And I said, oh no, I don't want to be in love alone, without you, without you, without you. And I don't want what you don't want to give, that's not the way it works. But I'm no more broken now than I was then, but I've come through worse. Still I can't think about the future, day to day is so hard, but don't you worry none about this broken heart. In these old hands, this broken heart. In these old hands, and this broken heart.
Wow.
Beautiful, Chris.
Hey, thanks so much. Thanks so much, everybody. So while I was on the road last summer for the Singing Out Tour, which is this really awesome kind of joint endeavor with Heather May, who Tasha and Elena mentioned earlier, another social justice singer-songwriter based in DC. We do this tour. This will be our, I think, 4th year actually this year doing it, the Singing Out Tour. And it's kind of a big celebration of pride. We prior to COVID, we went from, you know, town to town to town to town and kind of did this beautiful like Las Vegas style show with her music and my music kind of mashed in, and beautiful harmonies with one another and all this awesome stuff. And so last year when I was on the road, I started writing this song, and it was such a cool song, and like I would have half of it written and all of us would sing it and be harmonizing together, and I was trying so hard to finish it before the tour finished because I really wanted us to sing it, but I could not get it done until like the day before the tour ended last year. And so of course by then it's like, well, we probably shouldn't try it because we haven't really had a chance to rehearse it. We'll just save that for next time. And little did we know that Singing Out Tour this year, I only fake that sad face. It has not been canceled. Pride must go on. We are doing the Singing Out Tour virtually. We are doing over 20 cities in the month of June. So I'll try to put some info about that, but come on over to singingouttour.com and get some info on that. It's so awesome. I'm going to sing the song that I tried to get done for Singing Out Tour last year. This is called When Something Is Missing. And this song is meant to be sang in community. The chorus of it is just kind of this emotive sound, and it's always so lovely to get to sing this with folks. So I hope that wherever you are, you know, you're muted if you're on Zoom, so you're nice and safe. No one can hear you. I hope that you will sing out or sign out if you feel this song, if this is something that you can relate to. This is When Something Is Missing.
Have you ever needed room to breathe? Just a respite from the noise, some steady ground to find your footing before the riptides of your life pull you underneath. So busy trying to make your mark, you've almost let your spark go dark. Second guessing keeps you grasping, it keeps you grasping at straws. But there's no drowning, there's no drowning when you let yourself pause. When you need to give a little more than what you got left to give, and when something is missing but you don't know what it is, well, you can say whoa, 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 or you can say whoa, 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 whoa. Life is coming at you faster now. Before you know it, all your time, all your money, all your luck, all your love, love, love seems to run out somehow. So busy staring at that clock, you don't see just what you got. The day grind, it keeps you spinning, it keeps you spinning your wheels. There's no winning, there's no winning no race that isn't real. So when you need to give a little more than what you got left to give, and when something is missing but you don't know what it is, well, you can say whoa, 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 or you can say whoa, 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 whoa. And it's alright, it's okay to say you need a little space. When the hard times almost break you, you need to give yourself some grace. And when almost feels absolute, may these words be your breakthrough. It's not how much you make that makes you. Your joy is not theirs to steal. So when you need to give a little more than what you got left to give, and when something is missing but you don't know what it is, when you need a light in the day just to find your way home, when you're trying to hold on to something but it's already gone, let me hear you say whoa, 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 or you can say whoa, 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 whoa. When you need to give a little more than what you got left to give, and when something is missing but you don't know what it is, well, you can say whoa, 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 or you can say whoa, 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 whoa. Let me hear you say whoa, 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 whoa.
Whoa, Chris, man.
Yes, awesome.
Oh, no más, beautiful.
Thanks so much. All right, I'm going to do one from my album, The Imagineers. And this is actually a funny story about this song. So I played the Michigan Women's Music Festival the last year, the 40th. And it was such a big milestone for me. I wanted to play that festival. It was like on my bucket list to get to finally play that festival. And it was so exciting and awesome. And so, I had my set on the day stage. I was so excited. I went over to the little tent to like sign CDs and thank people, for showing up and actually sitting during my set and being there for it. And at that time, this was pre-2016. I don't know if you guys can tell what happened in the world in 2016. Why the sudden shift in my songwriting to almost exclusively social justice music in 2016? I don't know what happened. But a woman, she came over to the table and she was like, I really liked your stuff. You know, I like your voice. You got a cool vibe. But which album doesn't have any love songs on it? That's what I'm looking for. And I had to very politely turn her away from the table because at that time I had nothing that fit that criteria. But when I went to visit Pittsburgh for the first time, I don't know if any of you have been to the Steel City. It is not just a name, it is an attitude. Man, oh man. And it was the grayest, foggiest fall day. And it just was so oppressive just sitting in this hotel room looking out the window. I was like, oh man, I am in a mood. Oof. I think I'm going to try to write a song for that lady. So I did. So this is my one super sad song pre-non-breakup breakup album. This is called Pittsburgh.
Memories keep sweeping over me, interrupting my thoughts, corrupting my dreams. I didn't think quitting you was gonna be so hard. I didn't think that you would end up breaking my heart. 3 years feels like a lifetime ago when you're back in his arms, and I'm back on the road until the quiet or the gray or the cold sets in, and I'm reliving those 3 lonely years again. Now I'm counting trains in Pittsburgh, 15 stories above 3 rivers. What else can I do when sitting still hurts? What else can I say when she knows I miss her? But keep counting these trains while night turns into day. But keep hoping this pain won't make me lose my way. She's tearing me up like an old barn in a twister. So I'm hunkered down in the dark, holding on to her picture. Hours pass, and those trains do too. Not this misery, not these memories of you. I didn't think my night was gonna feel like this. I didn't think I'd be sitting here missing your kiss. Now I'm stumbling down a cobblestone street, trying to steady my heart, trying to steady my feet, until the quiet and the gray and the cold sets in, and I'm lying on that hotel room floor once again. Now I'm counting trains in Pittsburgh, 15 stories above 3 rivers. What else can I do when sitting still hurts? What else can I say when she knows I miss her? But keep counting these trains while night turns into day. But keep hoping this pain won't make me lose my way. She's tearing me up like an old barn in a twister. So I'm hunkered down in the dark, holding on to her picture. We're like trains passing by, moving different directions, moving too fast to try. I've been moving too fast to cry me goodbye. So now I'm counting trains in Pittsburgh, 15 stories above 3 rivers. What else can I do when sitting still hurts? What else can I say when she knows I miss her? But keep counting these trains while night turns into day. But keep hoping this pain won't make me lose my way. She's tearing me up like an old barn in a twister. So I'm hunkered down in the dark, holding on to her picture. Holding on to her picture.
Hey, thanks so much. Thanks, everybody.
Damn.
Thanks so much.
Beautiful, Chris.
Thank you very much. I appreciate that. So since we are getting ready to head on into Pride Month, sing this one for you. It sounds so much better with Heather singing with me. So definitely get your tickets for the Singing Out tour so you can hear it that way. But I do very much love singing this song. This is called Prodigal Son. I'm a preacher's kid, so from time to time, songs will have titles like that. And I kind of wanted to write a song for folks coming out, because we hear so many times coming out stories that involve parents who aren't accepting. And I wanted to give kids a story that had a happy ending with a parent. Because my personal experience, being a preacher's kid, my initial coming out with my mom was incredibly tumultuous. But the relationship that she and I have now is so beautiful, and I would not trade any moment of that turmoil for what we have now. And so when people say that phrase, it does get better, it gets better, that is actually true. It's not just lip service. And so I like to sing this song for that. This is Prodigal Son.
In a town way down in Tennessee, he lives a teenage boy who's got a secret buried deep. He loves his mama like a good son ought to do, loves his sister, loves his daddy, Lord, he loves his Bible too. He's been tossing, turning, losing sleep, his bloodshot eyes red from worry, so afraid that they might see. Little angel with the worried eyes, you've got to realize only the truth will set you free. You are not broken, damaged, or confused. Don't let the hypocrites make you feel wrong for being you. It's such a heavy cross to bear to live, so why not live it free? 5 years later and still he's losing sleep in a college town 300 miles from Tennessee. He did the only thing that he could think to do, leave tonight or live and die this way. What would most of us choose? He keeps his family arms length away. He keeps the phone calls and the letters short, so scared what they might say. Little angel with a frightened heart, you got to finally start accepting all of who you are. And damaged or confused, don't let the hypocrites make you feel wrong for being you. It's such a heavy cross to bear for love and peace, when you got all your life to live, so why not live it free? In a town way down in Tennessee lives a mother sick with worry, wondering why her son can't sleep. He's been growing cold and distant by and by. Something about his voice and eyes tells her mind, don't dare ask why. But in her heart she knows what she should do. A mother always knows, especially when her kids don't want her to. And she said, from us, come on back home. Don't you know it doesn't matter who you love. You are not broken, damaged, or confused. Don't let the hypocrites make you feel wrong for being you. It's such a heavy cross to bear for love and peace, when you got all your life to live. So why not live it free? So why not live it free? So why not live it free?
Wow. Wow.
Woo, Chris.
Cheers.
Thanks so much.
Chris
Hey, thank you
Chris.
so much.
Oh.
Well, I'm going to do just 2 more for you all. And thanks so much again, Tasha and Elena, for having me. You know, so many musicians were basically out of work for the foreseeable future. So getting to actually be able to sing for folks is just such a blessing. So thank you all so much for inviting me into your community and letting me share some songs and some music with you all. I appreciate it so very much.
Always welcome back. Come to Santa
Oh,
Fe.
thank
When it's
you.
all over, we're going to bring you
Come to
over
Santa
down
Fe.
here to Santa
Chris
Fe,
and
mate.
Chris.
We
Chris
love
and
you.
Chris. Both Chris.
Yes, that would be
Beautiful.
great.
Thank
A
you for your
Chris
music.
squared. Thank you so much. That would be so great. Okay, so I'm going to sing one for you. I think is appropriate for these COVID times. This is called The Only Way Out, and it's inspired by that beautiful Robert Frost poem that says the only way out is through. And I hope this gives you a little bit of encouragement during all this craziness that we find ourselves in. This is another one that's made to sing in community. So if you are interested in singing the chorus, I'm going to tell you the lyrics. It says, it's only life, the yin and yang, the ups and downs, the joy, the pain. It goes on with or without you, and the only way out is through.
It's raining while the sun is shining on. You're laughing while you're crying all alone. Choices can make your hands feel like they're tied. Failures can make you wish you never tried. You're dreaming every minute you're awake, or suffocating with every breath you take. There's beauty in the ugliest of times, so be hopeful when things go wrong, and in the end you'll find it's only life, the yin and yang, the ups and downs, the joy, the pain. It goes on with or without you, and the only way out is through. A moment can seem more like forever. You're running around but getting nowhere. The smallest things can feel larger than life. Silence can be deafening at times. You're flying with your feet on solid ground, or dying with your lifelines all around. Some kindnesses can feel so very cruel, but carry on when you don't want to. I promise this is true. It's only life, the yin and yang, the ups and downs, the joy, the pain. It goes on with or without you, and the only way. Why do those who wander never seem that lost? Why do the richest among us complain the most about the cost? How is it some convince themselves that only war will bring us peace? How is it those who say the most need to speak the least? It's only life, the yin and yang, the ups and downs, the joy, the pain. It goes on with or without you, and the only way out is through. It's only life, it's only life, it's only life, it's only life. It goes on on with or without you, and the only way out. So keep on pushing your way through. Keep on climbing your way through. Keep on crawling, keep on clawing, keep on scraping, just as long as you're making your way through. It's only life, the yin and yang, the ups and downs, the joy, the pain. It goes on with or without you, and the only way out is through.
Yes.
Right on. The only way out is through, Chris. Absolutely.
Right on.
Thank you so much. Thanks so much. All right, I'm going to leave you all with this one. This is the title track for my social justice EP. This is called Battle Hymn for an Army of Lovers. And I actually want to read you just a little something about this song. This is an excerpt from Dr. King's book, Why We Can't Wait, which if you need something to help you get through this moment that we are in with George Floyd and with everything that's happening around that, I highly recommend finding a copy of that. We did not hesitate to call our movement an army, but it was a special army, with no supplies but its sincerity, no uniform but its determination, no arsenal except its faith, no currency but its conscience. It was an army that would move but not maul. A social movement that only moves people is merely a revolt. A movement that changes both people and institutions is a revolution.
Oh, beautiful.
Change is coming once again, except this time it feels like the world's about to end. White-robed devils in plain sight, angry protests in the streets night after night, and it weighs heavy on my mind. Why are we so quick to run backwards after all this time? But I won't let it change my heart. I was born full of love and hope, and when I die, that's how I'll depart. And when you find yourself incapable of seeing eye to eye, remember when they go low, we go high. Change is coming, that's for sure. We gave a madman all the keys and let him walk right in the door. And I don't think he'll see the light until the whole world is on fire. But that's alright, that's alright. We will still be here when he's gone. And if he doesn't kill us all, well, it sure will make us strong. So don't let 4 years change your heart. We were not born hating each other. Now is not the time to start. And when you find yourself incapable of seeing eye to eye, remember when they go low, we go high. There's a song penned for soldiers. It says, let us live to make men free. We're all sisters, we're all brothers, standing on each other's shoulders. There's no wall we cannot scale. We are an army of lovers, and we shall not fail. So when you find yourself incapable of seeing eye to eye, remember when they go low, we go high, 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 high. People get ready. I said people get ready. People get ready, people get ready, yeah. Thank you
all so much for tuning in wherever you are. Thank you so much, Tosh and Elena, for having me. I'm Chris Matthews. Please check out the Singing Out Tour, singingouttour.com. We will get through this. Keep the faith. Don't forget to vote. Thanks so much.
Yeah.
Thank you so very much.
Unmuting everyone. Let's hear it for everyone for Chris Matthews.
Hey, thanks so much. Thanks so much. And thank you so much to the interpreters. Thank you all so much. Thank you.
You got the best tonight. Girl,
Hey, not the
everyone's best.
right, not the picture.
Right on. I'm just
Awesome.
gonna mute everyone for a second. If you haven't already and you need interpreter, please click on with Chris, who is there. And we're going to invite everyone to come in on their cameras. Tash is going to come here, and if you're in Zoom, to bring you back in. I want you to think about things. We had so many messages on Zoom, in the chat, through all the Facebook, all our social media, of how moving Chris was. So if you're in Zoom, come back in, because you're going to get to the opportunity to say a few things. We're just going to go for a commercial break, and that commercial break, hang on, let's not do
Hey, Marcia Schwimmer.
and all these cool things of what has been going on. Thank you so much, Chris. So if
My
you
pleasure.
are over in social media land and you want to be over here, just go to IndigenousWays.org virtual events, and you'll land up over here. But while people are bringing their cameras on and Tash is helping you come back in if you're in Zoom, if this is your first time here, welcome. We've had a lot of people here too, which has been really wonderful, from Susan Fraser from Goldenrod. We've got Monique and Dawn, Family Reunion, who are the organizers. Deb, Billy Hall from Camp Out, thank you. People from all around the country, and also want to give a shout out to Redamoy, who's out there in Australia, out in Aboriginal lands. Great to have you all. But anyway, we do two things. Friday, where we're at the concert series, our Wisdom Circles, which is on Wednesday, 6 o'clock this time. The address is the same. We are starting our June virtual events. So this Wednesday, we've got the beautiful Ernie Sosi, Navajo comedian, award-winning movie, all sorts of things. He's going to be speaking to us. He's back again. He was so popular when we did it in April.
Nice.
And also we have
The beautiful Las Flores de Valle.
So some great friends, local, who are going to share New Mexico Spanish music, very, very powerful.
Deep Mexico.
They're going to be
Deep Mexico.
on, but this would not be possible without our wonderful sponsors, First People's Fund, the National Endowment of the Arts, the New Mexico Arts, and also the Santa Fe City Arts and Cultural Development. That's why we're doing what we're doing. More importantly, not only supporting artists and presenters that come through here, but also keeping our community engaged. How are we doing that? Through the arts, through
Absolutely.
music. I mean, look at Chris doing. And if you haven't already and you want to see who's on for June, go over to our IndigenousWays.org virtual events. There you'll have the smorgasbord, including.
Okay, we have got Las Flores de Valle.
Next
and
week.
That is next week. And these women are amazing. And Layla, Mom, this is for you. Layla trained in opera, okay?
Ooh.
So these are serious harmonizers. And we got
Nice.
the beautiful Jamie Anderson the following week, who lives in Canada. And she has been playing music professionally all her life. We've seen her at several events, and she is a kick with, oh my God, she is so fun. I love her. And then we have the Lourdes Perez, and
Oh,
she's
yeah.
Puerto Rican-born composer, poet,
Phenomenal.
author, historian,
Absolutely
vocalist, guitarist,
phenomenal.
activist. Has this production company called Vox Box out of Austin, Texas. We got her on June 19th, and then finally, to end our month, we have the one and only Thea Hopkins.
Oh,
my
wow.
God, she's a Red Roots Americana. This woman is Wampanoag.
Wampanoag.
Martha's Vineyard, Terry Vincent. I know we have Terry Vincent with us tonight here. She was on this past Wednesday. You were talking about Terry, about Martha's Vineyard. Guess where Thea's from? Martha's Vineyard.
And then going back over to Wednesday. So those are all Fridays. You can check this again at the virtual events to download that information. Then on our Wisdom Circle, we have
Ernie Sosi III, our Navajo comedian. He was so good. We're going to be told new material, bro. Bring it on.
laughter is
then-
important
yes,
at this
absolutely.
time. How do you
Yes,
think
it
we
is.
were able to survive through the atrocity?
And then guess who we've got the following
The
week?
one and only who's
Gerald
on tonight, Jerry!
Jerry Barty, from the Navajo Nation. We're not biased to Navajos, okay? Just because me and Jerry back to back, we're not biased to Navajos at all. So then following that, we have Annette de Armata. She is a naturopathic physician who specializes in chronic illness of older adults. Everybody wants to be here for that, so please come join and support her. And then finally, we have Sarah Youngbear. She is from the Meskwaki Nation out of Iowa. She's native, deaf, and proud. She's going to blow our minds with her story. So you guys stay
Stories
tuned.
and beating.
And we
So
have
be sure
ASL
to be here.
interpreters. Amazing.
Moving
ASL
right
interpreters.
along, we've got all our electronic sites. So obviously, if you're on our social media, come and check us out through the Zoom. Or if you're on the social media, make sure you like us and share us. We have 2 newsletters that go out weekly about all the events. That's what's been going on. If you want to support our wonderful habit of what we're doing, which is supporting musicians, artists, extraordinary, like Chris Matthews or our amazing ASL interpreters. Now, I want to tell you something.
Yeah.
They've been talking together. The ASL interpreters have been listening to Chris's music so they can get the message on.
Conceptual accuracy.
For access for all. So it wasn't just rocking up and here we go. They've been studying. And so thank you, our interpreters, all our interpreters that we use through this door, but very beautiful. So if you want to support all of that and this incredible habit that we've got into called Indigenous Ways virtual events, please go to our PayPal, Vimo, or you can go to the donate on our website, or even better still, if you're not into the technology, post us a check, Indigenous Ways. Just very briefly, a lot of you know that we went up to the Navajo Nation. We did a run taking $3,000 worth of supplies up to Black Mountain. That's where Tasha's people are all from. They missed out on everything. And so these are the pictures from them. We asked the community, do they want more? And they said, absolutely. So we're going June the 23rd, and we're going to do another run August the 11th. So if you want to help feed and putting food on the table for these families, you can go to our website. At the top, there's a banner, which is just for the Black Mountain, Black Mesa food and bringing the families. Thank you, everyone that's hit that so far. We just announced it on Wednesday. So far, we've got $1,000. So thank you in making that happen. If you live around this area and you can drop off stuff, this is what they were looking at wanting. But, you know, like through Chris's music and what she was talking about, the only thing that we can do is do this together, whether that is having a voice in your vote, whether that is standing up for what is right, for atrocities, for generations that has happened. That's why we're doing this. Her music is so profound. But anyway, Tasha's giving me the tap as in, hey, get off. It's my turn now, so here we are.
I just want to do a commercial break on the Black Mountain. Nobody up there has running water, okay?
Thank you.
And some people do have electricity, and most people have solar panels, thanks to Michelle Redmond, who set that up several years ago. But it is rough as guts up there in terms of no water with COVID-19. So water is really, really needed. So with that, I am going to just let you all know we really appreciate you here tonight. And we love you all very, very much from the center of our souls. Thank you. And we're going to open it up. Anybody wants to talk to Chris? Now's your moment.
Now's your moment.
That's beautiful, awesome. Loved it.
Oh, thank you. Thank you so much for tuning
I
in.
told you, buddy.
Thank
I
you.
told you,
Thank you,
let's
Chris.
go for a
My
walk,
pleasure.
and you didn't want to come.
I love your passion.
Oh, thank you.
Chris, I still have your sticker on my tote from the 2008 Michigan Women's Music Festival.
Very
I saw you
cool.
on August night stage, and I got your sticker, and love it. Thank you so
That's
much.
so awesome. I love
Right
that.
on, Michelle.
So great.
Now's not the time to be shy. Chris is
Yeah,
right
totally.
here.
Don't be shy.
I want to tell you a couple of things, and that is, you know, I don't know about you, Chris, but the whole journey with music, are we going to get paid, da, 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 da. But, you know, I don't know about you, but what kept me going was people like you, Michelle, saying, hey, I've still got your sticker. What that did for me was go, oh, maybe I should keep singing. Maybe we should keep on the road.
Yeah.
Those comments, you don't know how massive they are. And this is what we're talking about. Change can only come through change, but it can only come through together and doing the thing. Otherwise, we're buying into systems, we're buying into all sorts of things. Eagle.
Chris, I just want to say that as a fellow songwriter, I really appreciate the creativity of your songs.
Thank you.
Very,
Thank you so much. It always means a lot coming from another songwriter. Thank you for that. I really appreciate it.
welcome.
Eagle, I know you want to say something, but you're muted. There you go.
Thank you so much, Chris. We loved it.
Hey, awesome.
Feel like we're at Wee Moon Land, and we took you out on the deck, and
Awesome. So cool. I love that.
Yeah. We've been following you, Emily.
And I saw you at Oragaya also.
Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah. That's such a great, great space. I can't wait to get back there.
all right.
Me too.
Well, we've got a very shy bunch.
Well, we got Jerry Barney coming back to the Navajo Nation soon. She's leaving Boston. So we're excited to have Jerry Barney back in the Navajo Nation. Right, Jerry?
And then Marcia.
Hold on.
Yes.
Oh, yeah, Marcia.
Like, try.
There's Alice. There's Alice.
Right, is there anyone else wanting to say anything before we wrap it up? And while you're thinking about that, I do want to say we've got Pip. Chris, you know, Pip, I heard you do a shout out for Pip and Jerry out in LA out there, and she told me this awesome story. And this is the thing of beautiful about networks and meeting people and so forth and so forth. She told me this awesome story about you supporting these extraordinary women and doing a concert for them and getting out to Michigan, the Michigan Women's Festival when it was happening. And it was just like, that is so cool. But in saying that, that is so Chris.
Yeah, actually, I very first met Pip. So they have these awesome little communities within the community at Michigan, and one was for DART, for the women who were other abled, and so they couldn't always make it to the stage, and so I just was like, well, I'm here, I'm just going to bring the music to them, and so I went over to their fire pit and just played for them for a while and had a lovely time, and that was the first night I think I met Pip.
That's
Oh,
awesome.
neat.
Thank you.
Okay, any other comments on the floor?
We want to give a shout out.
I want to say something.
Okay, go ahead.
Was there?
Tess.
Christine.
Hi.
Oh, go ahead. Go ahead. Oh,
Yes, hi. This is Christina,
Hi.
and I'm from, making sure the interpreter can see me. I just want to extend a thank you, and also I'd like to thank the interpreters. We had fabulous interpreters. If there weren't any interpreters, I wouldn't be here, so I'm glad that I can be here. So thank you, Tosh and Elena, for providing the access to Chris. Kisses, and much love.
Did you show
It was
up?
amazing. Amazing. Thank you. Kisses and love. Heartfelt, very heartfelt. And I'm out of New York. I love you all out of New York.
Down.
Yeah. Oh, you're out of New York.
Anyone else? We don't want you to leave here and go, ah, damn, why didn't I say this? I wanted to go say call Jerry. Jerry.
Chris,
Yeah.
your music is beautiful. Your voice is so rich and powerful.
Thank you so
strong.
much.
Your lyrics are very, very. It just says a whole lot. So everything together is just hits your heart.
Thank you so much.
Beautiful work.
Yes.
I sure appreciate that.
Hey, Amber, let's hear from you.
Thank you so much. That was really beautiful, and it was perfect for today.
Yeah.
And much needed.
Thank you so much.
Yeah.
Who I think might need it too, so I'm sending it on once.
Oh
it gets
yeah,
recorded.
yeah, absolutely. I'm in the process of writing one right now, so hopefully it'll be done in a day or two.
Thank you. Hey, Shell, and then Taylor, I'm going to go to both of you, and Taylor, if you're on the line. Shell, do you want to say anything?
Yes, this was the first time I heard you perform in your music. I'd love to go to your website and get more of your music for permanent.
Oh, thank you. I appreciate that. We always appreciate that.
And
Thank you. I'm so glad you tuned in tonight.
Oh, yes. And maybe some other journey that Tosh and Elena go on might carry their instruments.
Yes.
And
Brody, that's the best way.
We've been telling her to come up to camp out with us.
Totally.
I was supposed to be in Virginia with them, but of course everyone's plans changed.
Yes.
And yes, and thank you. It was very much. It was essential for today.
Yeah, that's such a serendipitous thing, the way the schedule worked out. This ended up being the night, and I felt that too. So it was therapeutic for me to be able to share with you all in that way, and I'm so happy to hear that it felt that way for you all too. So glad that the universe lined up the way that it did so that we could kind of heal each other tonight specifically.
Yeah.
So, yeah.
Yes. Taylor, any comments from you?
I'll just say thank you. I thought the music was wonderful. Thank you, Chris, and thank you, Tosh and Elena, for putting this together. I really enjoyed it.
Thanks for being here.
And I want to thank the interpreters, Chris and Brenda, for being on Indian time and going way over. And I want to thank you, Chris, too, for being on Indian time and going way over. That's what we call it in New Mexico. This is like brown.
We're on Indian time.
Caleb, thank you for being here tonight, Caleb.
Did you want to say anything, Caleb? Or
Say
you
something,
good?
Caleb? That was very powerful music.
Thank you.
So, Judy, I don't think you said anything before we zap off.
Oh, I said I really love your passion, and you're so uplifting. You really touched my heart. Plus, you have an awesome voice. Your voice is fantastic.
I appreciate
I want
that.
to hear you sing with Tash and Elena.
Oh, I know. We actually did sing together a couple times at Camp Out. So we're going to have to make sure we get connected again so we can actually do that for the folks.
Hey, play it or
Yeah, maybe do an album.
So, I want to say something, Chris. I'm going to put this out. Everything's happening in motion. We've also asked, there's a lot of domestic violence happening at the moment, so we've got a project in 2 weeks. Chris will probably talk to you about that if you're interested, putting together a festival. We'll tell all of you about that when this comes together. But we're all here, you're all here. We can't thank you enough. This would not be possible without all of you beaming in, whether you're in through Zoom or if you're on our social networks. If you're on our social networks and you're like, damn, what's going on in the Zoom? And I'm just looking at the screen. Well, go to our website. We want to see you here Wednesday, Friday. We're going to be doing this till the end of the year. And it's to support extraordinary artists like Chris. It's to support extraordinary presenters that come through on the Wednesday to keep us all together. And we can do that through the arts. But this wouldn't be possible if you weren't here, and it wouldn't be possible if you weren't saying, hey, this is good, giving us feedback. So I want to thank each and every one of you, not only for being here tonight, but supporting this. On our chat, please go there. There are Chris's links, not only to a website, there are 8 CDs that you can purchase. We know that you've got a lot of friends, so get one each for your friends. We also know that it's a hard time at the moment, so if you can, please do that. Also what's underneath Chris is Heather May and Chris Matthews. They're doing extraordinary things in the community. Chris mentioned it. That link is there to her Facebook page. So if you haven't already, please like Chris. Follow her with the amazing things that they're doing online. Tell your friends about it, about Chris, and bring them there. But in saying that, please, let's give it up firstly to our ASL interpreters and making access available for all. And then for tonight and making this possible, filling our hearts particularly with what's been going, hearing the truth and that soothing. Let's give it up for the one and only Chris Matthews.
Thank you so much. Thank you all so much. It was an absolute pleasure.
All this time, 6 o'clock Mountain Standard Time on Wednesday with the one and only Ernie Sosi. Other than that, thank you. Be safe. Wash your hands. If you've got running water, social distancing, all that stuff, we want to see you back here. Lots of love to each and every one of you.
It's not a hoax. It never was.
Yeah.
We love you. We'll see you back on Wednesday. Let's give it up again for Chris Matthews.
Thank you all so much. Be safe out there.
Everybody.
Yep. Bye-bye. Love you all.
Touch the